Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look on how I made the thumbnail, as you guys can see on screen. I'm going to go through it all. I am not going to make a major editing on what I say, because it will take forever. I'll be honest, it will take forever. So yeah, let's get started. And just to clear out, this is not my thumbnail. This is for a fellow friend, so if you guys want to go check them out, the link will be in the description down below. This is for MiseryHateCompay. Big shout out to him. He's a streamer and a YouTuber as well. I also make thumbnails for DatGuy, YT, I think that's his name. I'm sorry if I can't remember. I have so much going on in my head. But yeah, let's get started. So in here, I just started to gather everything up, as you guys can see on screen. Then I decided to go and get the little boxes from the battle pass because I wanted to cut everything out. But then I ended up messing around to find the best way to get them all separately. Then I used different ways to, like the selection tool, the color range, but it was too much, so I just decided to go with the normal thing with the little pen. So I took every single individual box one by one, and it took forever. As you guys can see, I just went off. Boom, I just left it. Right here, it was a little bit of a trouble because some of the boxes had this little flare icon, and it was just too much. It was just too much going on in there, so I just went with the flow, and I tried to make them best I could. Like they were square, so they weren't that hard to do. But like again, they're sometimes really hard to get precise, the little details and everything. So I just went for it. Then right here, I just converted to a smaller object and duplicated to the other layer that I had in the other project. I don't own the Windows 10 version, and I don't own the latest Photoshop version, so I had to end up using the one I have because I can't afford it. Then in here, I just used the curves to make sure the background was a bit more alive. The color was just more like alive and everything, you know, more colorful. Then I tried to put the Call of Duty logo in there, but it was not having it. I don't know, I kind of don't like it, you know. And in here, of course, I started to do the text. I am gonna do a 3D text that I don't usually do. This is my first time doing it. Well, this is my second time basically. The other one I was messing around with it yesterday. As you guys can see right here, I am just putting some normal effects like some strokes, but I end up taking it out. I also put some glowing effects, some drop shadow, and some inner shadow. And as you guys can see right here, it started to take in shape. Did it for both of them. I just went with the flow, honestly, on here. And then I forgot what were the numbers that were needed for the inner shadow and the drop shadow, because I can't really remember. I think I messed them up. I put 18 in one and then I put 20 in the bottom, or it was 8. I can't really remember. So I had to go back and get the text that I worked on yesterday. So I had to make sure every little detail was correct. So as you guys can see right here, this is the gun and everything that I tested it out yesterday, which, as you guys can see, it took me a while. And I was just copying everything that I had in that one to pass it over to the other one to make sure everything was in place and everything. As you guys can see right here, I kind of liked how it came out, and then I decided to add a little glow effect on it because it was just too weird. I don't know. And as you guys can see right here is where I added the glow effect, the outer glow. The outer glow, I think that is called. Yeah, I think it's called the outer glow. And then I just make it bigger, adjust some of the stuff, you know, in here, put the inner shadow and everything, make everything perfect for the text, because this is my first time doing it. Well, second time, like I said. And as you guys can see right here, I'm just messing around. Then I decided to put a little glow effect on the battle pass because I think it looked cool. And I ended up messing around with contrast for the whole image, which was a total mistake. Then I just ended up using it, the whole like inner shadow, my bad, god damn it. I ended up putting outer glows and everything on the battle pass and the character. Then I just started to mess around with the contrast and brightness for the background, as you guys can see right here. Then in here, I just put some spikes because I just love to put spikes on thumbnails. I don't know why. Then I just put an outer glow, and I put a little kind of baby blue on it because it looked kind of cool and went along with the letters. And I just started to make the letters a bit bigger. The spikes were looking kind of cool. So I just right here, I just adjusted the letters and everything. Then I went ahead and grabbed a little border because I like to add borders on the thumbnails because they just look way cooler than everything else, because not a lot of YouTubers use borders for the thumbnails. Sometimes they do take a lot. And then I added a light on the background because I don't know, it just looked kind of decent. Then in here I just put an arrow, but the arrow was just not making it, you know, it was just not fitting in the image, so I just ended up erasing it. Then in here I just added the fire in here, but I kind of didn't like it because it was going too much in the image. So then right here I just decided to do a little blend if that makes the whole black go away, but I ended up erasing it because it was just too much going on. And then in here I went ahead and grabbed a little tag, but I just decided at the end I was not going to use it. And right here I'm just doing the brightness again because it was just too much going on, it was too bright. Then in here I just messed around with the character right here, and I decided to go with the little brush and make the little gun make more like a glowing effect, because since it's in the battle pass, so I wanted to make it, you know, more glowy. Then I just added some glow on the eyes as well. I made it with a soft brush and some linear color dodge add, I think that's the option I used. Then here I just make the gun look more, you know, more cooler. Then I mess around with the text. I don't know why I did that, honestly. Then in here I just wanted to make the gun more stand up, so I ended up cutting the whole gun one little detail by one little detail until the whole gun was covered with a little pen tool in here. So I just wanted to make the gun kind of more, I don't know, kind of more alive, if you would say that, right here. So I ended up cutting the whole thing, and it took 15 minutes I think to do this, because I wanted to make the whole thing more, you know, cooler and everything, and I wanted to get every single detail, so I ended up just cutting the whole gun. And then in here I just placed it and added a stroke on it. Then I deleted it because it didn't look cool. Then I added an outer glow to make the gun, you know, more alive. And then I just messed around with the settings. And here I noticed that the battle pass was under the gun, so I had to fix that for some reason. Then in here I didn't like the background because it was just too much yellow, so I ended up opening a few different backgrounds. As you guys can see, we have the cage map, and we have, I can't remember the other one. Shooting range, I think that is called. I just can't remember at all. Yeah, so I ended up looking around which one looked the best, and I went with the cage map. Then I decided to add a little inner glow on the background because it was just too much yellow. And then of course the character, I just messed around with the outer glow because it was just too much yellow, I'll be honest. It was just too much yellow. Then for some reason I kept messing around with the text, don't ask why. I don't know, I am weird. Then in here I was just resizing the text because it just looked bit too small, honestly. Then I kind of realized that the border was just too much, so I took it away, and it looked way better, I'll be honest. And I kind of wanted to add a blue borderline because it just looked way cooler, honestly. And that was pretty much it. I left it the way it was, and it turned out pretty cool, I'll be honest. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole process. As you guys can see on the screen, the final thumbnail. So it really took like 40 minutes, but this video is like 8 minutes, so I really had to go through it all again. So that's pretty much it. That's how I make my thumbnails. Not all of them. This is the first time I do a video like this, so it's kind of weird. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Check out my Twitch in the description down below, as well as MiseryHateCompay and DatGuy Gaming. Have an amazing day, y'all. Peace, see ya, and bye bye.